And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports for the first watch along of the year. It is a local derby. It is Sharks versus the Lions. It is down in Durban. It looks like an absolutely gorgeous day down there at Hollywood Kings Park. And hopefully, we're going to see a rugby match which is befitting of the weather and the occasion. It is a new year, and with that, the Sharks will be hoping for some new luck. The Lions will be hoping for a new year, same luck and same sort of momentum, really. But a very interesting clash that we do have for us ahead of us in down in Durban, because we're looking at a side at the bottom of the URC log, and it's not the Lions. Despite what you might have predicted a few months ago, Lions are actually sitting well above the Sharks, and the Sharks have had an absolute disaster campaign, sitting there with just one solitary win after 8 matches. We're now moving into sort of the second part of the URC season, although this is technically a catch-up game. I think this is around 8 clash, around 9 clash officially. Lions have actually got 2 games in hand on everybody else in the log, so they actually haven't played in about 2-3 weeks, which might count against them because the Sharks were out last weekend, and we probably saw the best version of, or a better version of the Sharks. Let me not say the best version, maybe the best version of the Sharks so far, because they put up a really good fight and they really did challenge the Stormers last weekend, coming up just short in the end. But this Lions side, if nothing else, will be playing with confidence. You know, they've had a pretty decent season, only 3 wins out of 7, but they're sitting with 19 points. You know, they're actually within touching distance of that top 8, with the Ospreys at 25 points and the Lions 6 points behind, but with 2 games in hand, meaning that they could actually climb that log. Mathematically, they could actually become the highest ranked South African side if they were to win their 2 next games, which are against the Sharks and the Bulls. So how's that for a sort of bit of a prospect? So the Lions could literally go to the top of the Shields. They don't really have the Shields anymore, but they could be the highest ranked South African side if they were to win the next 2 local derbies. They have, however, struggled to win local derbies, and unfortunately for them, I think the Sharks last weekend are looking much better and have probably picked up a little bit of form heading into this weekend, which is pretty typical as a Lions supporter. You know, of course, we're going to take on the Sharks when they finally start playing reasonably good rugby. But at the end of the day, you know, you've got to not let yourself buy into that. You know, you can't let yourself buy into, built up hype of, oh, the Sharks played well last weekend. At the end of the day, this is a Sharks side with no confidence. They really do have no confidence. You know, they've got 1 win in the URC and a solitary win in the Challenge Cup. They've been beaten by the Cheetahs. They've been beaten by Zebra. They've been beaten at home, away. They're a side that are so criminally underperforming that they're there for the taking. They really are there for the taking. And I really want to see a Lions side go out there and actually play with confidence. Go out there and play with the confidence and the ability that you've earned yourself, because that's what you have done. You know, the Lions have pushed every team they've played so far. They've yet to actually be decimated. They haven't been thrashed this season. They really haven't. You look at their points difference, and they've actually got the highest points difference in the bottom 8 by a while as well. You know, the next team, if you look at points difference, has a higher points difference than is the Bulls in 6th. So the Lions have actually got a higher points difference than Stormers, than Glasgow Warriors, who sit 3rd, for example, than Benetton, actually, who sits 2nd. And that's because when they've lost really closely. They've pushed teams right to the end. They took a losing bonus point. I don't think they've actually had a game where they didn't get a losing bonus point. They pushed Edinburgh at home right to the death. They almost came back to beat the Stormers at home. I think that game was really frustrating. I think deserved to win that game, could have won that game. Had they won that game, it'd be a whole different prospect. So 2 very different sort of mentalities. You've got the Sharks who will sit there on paper and say, we're the better side, and, watch out. Whereas this Lions side will sit there saying, well, actually, we need to stop writing ourselves off. We can actually compete with this. Let's go to the comments. By the way, we've got a poll running in the comments. So I want to know who you think will win. And the home side currently being back, but hopefully some more Lions fans will start to trickle into the stream. But Spiro say, what's up, Steve? Hope you're well. First question, how you said in your video that Similani was going to be a buck, then his career went down. What do you think about Tumware? He was proper and he became irrelevant when he moved. Madosh Tumware, I'll tell you what, he's having a phenomenal season over at top 14. He's not even old there. I don't actually know if he is eligible to play for South Africa. I know there was issue, obviously. He's born in the Congo, so he's from the DRC. Grew up here, went to school here, so Never played for the age group level at national, so I'm not entirely sure what his eligibility is. I think he's I do think that very few players, Jasper Wiese maybe being an exception, have tended to make their Springbok debuts whilst playing overseas. That's just generally kind of been the case recently, that you kind of players who are in the system that kind of go overseas, they tend to stay in the system. But apart from like what I think he from Rensburg, what was I going to say? A Reynald Elstad, for example. Those are the only real players who have made sort of debuts whilst playing outside. So look, Badosh Tambo is playing a couple of really good weeks. So they'll no doubt be monitoring him if he is eligible, but I'm not entirely sure that he is eligible. Hello, one to PMS. Andrew says, hello, Stephen. Thanks for the comment. I'm a Sharks supporter, so I have to say Sharks by 10. Any Super picks? Well, I went with my heart, and I went Lions by 4 with my pick. And Steve K, Sharks need a world-class fly half. We'll go through the sides in just a bit and talk about them. I think the fly half chat is a very interesting one because, I saw something the other day saying, Curran Bosch has to be in the Springboks this year, and I was surprised at that because the general feeling towards Curran Bosch has not been particularly positive recently. And I'm frustrated at Curran Bosch. So I think that there's a player there that we're just not getting. I think he's a player, if you look at like your attributes, he's got everything he needs. Maybe his defense is a little bit poor at times, but he's got everything he needs. But I would like to see a general in Curran Bosch. I'd like to see him really start to take charge of that Sharks backline and even the Sharks team itself. And I think that's where we saw a shift with Martin Ebok. Martin Ebok, was a quite a quiet player at times, for example, but went to the Storm and started playing. All of a sudden, you started seeing him taking charge. And when you start taking charge, you saw a whole different side of him. And that's where I think the Sharks are just kind of lacking a little bit. You've got Lakanya Ami's the captain in the midfield, but I'd like to see Curran Bosch taking charge and being the general on the field. And I think he starts to do that. I think he'll probably start to play a bit better. I think he'll become a bit more sort of fluid in the way he plays. But let's look at the team, shall we? In the front row for the Sharks, it is Richard Baditwe in chair, next to Festive Fun and Henry Jacobs. No Kuni Oosthuizen for this weekend. Obviously, Vincent Cox still out injured. Bongi Manambi still out injured. In the second row, solid second row in Evan Etzebeth and Fabrant Krobler, who makes his first start of the season. James Venter, John Ray Lapis Skakni in the 7 jersey, Pips Bootlazy, man. You then got Grant Williams next to Curran Bosch in that half-back pairing. Interesting to see Grant Williams getting the nod. I think that's actually his first start of the season. Generally been coming off the bench for Jaden Hendricks, who drops down to the bench. Your centers are Francois Fenter and Lakanya Makazuma Pimpi on the left wing. Werner Koch on the right wing. After Fassi starts at full-back. Off the bench, it will be Kieran van Vuren, Intuka, Joel Hintz will make a second appearance in the URC. Young Lockhorne roll next to young 8th man. He made his journey from Bloemfontein down the Sharks and George Kinnear. Springbok World Cup winner Jaden Hendricks, Buddha Chamberlain, and former Lions inside centre Rohan Janse van Rensburg. For the visitors, it is JP Smith in the front row next to PJ Buerta and the Fridge Asanate in Klavakanye. Ruben Schoeman will partner Darren Lane Landsberg in the second row. The back row featuring Emmanuel Chituka, Ruan Fenter, and Franco Horn. Monica van der Berg will continue his partnership with Snell Nahamba, which has been very industrious so far this season. In the centre, Captain Marius Lowe will partner young sensation Henko van Veek, Edel van der Merwe in the number 11. Richard Creel in the 14, who has impressed so far. Kuhn Horn at full back. Off the bench, it will be Jakob Asahi, Morgan O'Dea, Ruan Smith, Ryan North makes his return. Henry Sergil, Jason Pretorius in the 6-2 split with Jordan Hendricks and Rana Jonka, the sole 2 backline replacements there. It's a good line side. And again, to start playing with confidence, you've got the nice thing about this line side is you've got players who are points of differences. You've got a Franco Horn, Ruan Fenter is really, really physical. You've got Henke van Bacon in that outside centre position. Edel van der Merwe I think he's someone who's really pushing for a Springbok call-up. And a 6-2 split will be interesting to see as well, how that sort of influences how the game goes. Sharks obviously going with the more orthodox, 5-3. So, yeah, I'm keen to see. But let's go to some of the comments over here. One to the MS says, if Lions become top SA team, will be surprised. Almost no one give them a chance. Crossboarding says, if you look at Sharks and Lions 2023, Sharks have proved themselves. He's talented but not good enough to be blocked. Decision-making is poor. Talking about Curran Bosch, I assume. Crossboarding saying Sharks 27, Lions 17. Hannah saying, going with Sharks with 15 just because I think the Sharks will turn up and the Lions not, but would love the Lions win. Errol says, both Sharks and Bulls are barbarian teams. Could be one of the reasons why Sharks find it difficult to perform. You cannot buy loyalty. Sparrow saying the Sharks are investing too much in world-class players and they're clearly not working well with the system that the Sharks want to play. And Plumtree hit the nail on the head when he said that. 123MS said, Sharks need some more time to build a culture in the season. They'll be a great team. And welcome Ian Sutton, the latest member to the Forever Sports Members Club. Really appreciate you supporting the channel and joining that members club as well. So shout out to you. Right, our referee in the middle will be Morning Forever. He'll be assisted by Zdena Gidajaz, Wendy and Stephen Caldenace. Quinton Immelman will be our TMO. Sharks will have kickoff. They'll be playing left to right. The Lions will receive and play right to left. Sharks obviously in the black and white, black with the white shorts. Lions in a normal home red kit. And yeah, a bit of sun in the eyes over there, which is I'm sure Kieran Bosch will lift this high in the air. But yeah, last chance to get your score predictions in. Please do smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel. The URC for the local sides gets underway for the first time this year. Kieran Bosch goes pretty low down the right-hand side. It's allowed to bounce, and that's a really good kickoff. A bit of a mistake there from Ruan Fenter. And Kieran Bosch has caught them slightly unaware, and immediately the Lions have been on the back foot. They will have a defensive line out about 10 meters out from their try line. So not a great start for the Lions. A good start from the Sharks. And yeah, there we go, isn't it? And this is always sort of an area where it makes you panic. But PJ Boyd has improved, but I worry about him in sort of these high-pressure environments. The Lions have gone with just a four-man line-out. Sharks taking a while to actually match those numbers. It's a good line-out, though. Landsberg comes back, and Frank Hall and brings us up to JP Smith, who puts his head down. JP Smith, that's a nice solid carry. He'll create a good angle here from Morne van den Berg. I'm sure we'll go with the box kick to find the clearance. No, it looks like it's going to go straight back to Sanel Nahamba. He'll do the duties. It does go back to Kieran Horn with that left boot. Kieran Horn looking for a decent clearance. It's not a terrible one. It's just outside 22. Pretty reasonable exit there. I think even off the kickoff, it will probably be a similar result. So just kind of delayed it a minute or two. But yeah, 1-3 MSA, Lions 24, Sharks 21. There we go. Somebody backing the Lions. For me, I think it's about confidence. I think the Lions start well. Then I think that they can really push the Sharks. I think the Sharks, once again, they go behind, and all of a sudden, panic stations might set in. Decent line up there, and Francois Fenter came back from the angle. Half tackle from Morris Lowe completed by Ruan Fenter. Grant Williams going to Lapis Labiskakni. It's a solid tackle on him there from PJ Boert and Henk van Wyk. Sharks down the left-hand side there. Solid K there, Pepsi Buthelezi looking to try and get into the 22. Grant Williams sniping, and Chatuka and Zanen Nahamba away to the thread. Marcus Olma Pimpy Wolf in the scrum up goes to Eben Etzebeth. It's a nice big tackle on him. Good physicality being shown early on here by the Lions in defense. Grant Williams back up on his feet. He's going to go to Gebran Krobler. He's hit behind the gain line. Kieran Bosch going flat to Fez Mbata, his first carry of the day. Grant Williams now looking to snipe. Pops it into Kieran Bosch, and Lekanya Am has knocked it forward. So first scrum of the day. Once again, that's just good intensity from the Lions. Good solid defense, getting out nice and quickly, putting up pressure on the Sharks, who are trying to a couple of quick offloads to try and sort of speed the ball going out wide and get it past a few defenders. But yeah, pretty good from the Lions there. I enjoy that. Right, first scrum of the day. Really keen to see how these scrums go. I think Oxenchair versus Nklavakanya should be a really cool battle. JB Smith versus Honor Jacobs. Probably a bit more of a sideshow than really for me, because I think Asnat and Nklavakanya could be Nokia and Springbok could call up in the future. And obviously, Oxenchair is already known as one of the top scrummagers in World Rugby. So, very keen to see how he goes along there. Pretty solid so far, and there it is. There's JP Smith coming through. Solid scrum there, and Morne van den Berg's caught on the ball here. There's nothing from Morne Ferreira, so ball's available on the 22. So the Lions, solid scrum there. I think they'll take the mental win there. JP Smith definitely getting the better of Honor Jacobs. Oxenchair and Nasanati Kabakanya seem to be pretty even there. Moine van den Berg's going to bring out that pretty... No, he's going to go to do this left boot. I think it actually might have been charged down. So I think this actually could be a Lions line-out. The trajectory of the ball suggests that it was potentially charged down. I'm not entirely sure. Went to his left boot, which you don't often see him do. Yeah, it is a Lions line-out. So I think it was Etzebeth who actually charged it down. So it actually worked out quite nicely in the end for the Lions. So you'll have their own line on their 10-meter line. I haven't really got out their half so far. So literally the first 4 and almost a half minutes have been played solely inside the Lions half. So it'll be nice to get back into, or to get into Sharks territory. It's a full line-out here. Actually, it's a 5-man. And they go to Darren Landsberg, but it's been stolen by Evan Etzebeth. Very good work there from the... Oh, but it was knocked on as it came down. So it will be a Lions scrum. So, yeah, Lions coming with a bit of luck so far. Almost looks like Darren Landsberg knocked that on. Right, another scrum here. Let's see if JB Smith can get Honor Yakos another go. They're trying to keep the ball in here, the Lions. Slowly starting to find a bit of go for a ball. The ball's available. They go down the short side there to Edel van der Merwe. Edel van der Merwe comes inside. Werner Koch goes across to make a tackle, but the Lions are into the Sharks territory for the first time this game. Emmanuel Stuka, Sharks defense slightly fractured, and the ball's coming loose off the back. There's this turnover ball there. It's very frustrating that Festive Laser gets away to Labaskakni. Now a bit of numbers actually to the left-hand side here for the Sharks. Hickov and Vake reels in Apple Fassi as the Sharks get back into the Lions territory and win the penalty there really, really well. That's really good work that from the Lions. Couple of good early wins there. Very good work there from Hinkov and Vake. Just reels in Apple Fassi. Gets up to his feet, gets to position of strength, gets over. Nobody can move him. What a play he's going to be. Very, very keen to see that battle between him and Lekanya Amsterdam. I think that's probably one of the big matchups of the day. I think that's a good matchup. I think that, as I said, Oxenchair and Tabakanya should be quite a cool matchup. Keen to see how Franco Horn goes up against Pepsi Buthelezi. And it's a good line up there from Hinkov and Vake. Manchtuka pops it up to Richard Creel, gives it away to Ruan Fenter. Ruan Fenter getting away from one. Ruan Fenter driving hard. Still going as Ruan Fenter. That's a great late drive from him. Penalty advantage here for the Lions as well. Right in front. And Moine van den Berg takes it quickly. Moine van den Berg almost through. He's just short. In fact, he's actually got grounding, I think. Knock on is the call. So we'll go back for the penalty. They're not being 5. So 5 meters out. Do we take the 3 points? I'd take the scrum here, to be honest. I think there's a lot to be said here about playing with a bit of confidence here, chaps. Don't take the points here. I don't think we're going to sit here and 3-point our way to a victory. I'd like to see Morris Lowe being a bit more confident in that. We are going to take the points. But with a bit of momentum and 2 decent penalties, 2 decent scrums, I would have really, really thought about that scrum. But it looks like the Lions will hopefully get the first points of the day, which is the main thing, I guess. So it's Neda Hamba set to get his first few points of the game. And no issues right in front of the poles. Nahamba will lift the flags. And the Lions take an early lead. Solid start, solid work. And now let's build on it. I'll tell you, saying Lions have a winning streak. Lions 67, Sharks 65. Cheap as you imagine. This time Sharks, a bit of a variation. They decide to go short. And I'll tell you what, it's a really good take in the end from Darren Landsberg. So it's a good win there from the Lions. Moine van den Berg taking his time. Goes to PJ Buerta. And now it looks like Moore van den Berg's going to go to the boot chair. I'm sure Edel van der Merwe will be a willing chaser here. Pretty sure this will be put up for a compete. It is lifted high. Not gone particularly far. And it's fallen back through the lines to JB Smith eventually. So good work there, good ball retention. And now Moore van den Berg goes to Kieran Horn. Kieran Horn sees a bit of space down that right-hand side, looking for that potential 50-22. He hasn't got particularly far though. Kieran Bosch underneath it. Kieran Bosch looking to run it himself. He runs straight into Emmanuel Tutuka, who's driven him back brilliantly. Gets up as well as Emmanuel Tutuka. But enough Sharks players are back there to secure the ball for Grant Williams back on the Sharks 10-meter line. Now they go down the right-hand side to Ryan Krobler. He goes a little bit lateral and he's caught on the tackle by Ruan Venter. Enjoying the intensity on defense here from the Lions. Now back towards Apelin Fassi. Not too many options. Goes to the left boot. Makazona Pimpy will give chase. This is into the sun. I think it's Henk van Wyk underneath it. And that's Richard Creel who fumbles it. And Henk van Wyk grabs the ball, but it is out. So it will be a Sharks line. And yeah, you can just see that was the sun just doing all sorts with Richard Creel. Who really struggled to see where that ball was. So I think we will resume with a Sharks line out. Just inside Lions territory on that far side. As the 10-minute marker comes up. Yeah, silly decision there from Kieran Bosch. He just ran straight into Emmanuel Tutuka, and he's never going to get on the front foot there. The Roddy Moyo, the Sharks, pretty decent as well. Go for it. Now it comes to a hold. Grant Williams looking to use it. Does use it. And a little bit of pressure. There's a lofted ball to Francois Fenner, but he bumps off Moore van den Berg. He's eventually brought down by Franco Horn. So a bit of front foot ball here for the Sharks. Fez Mbata goes nice and low, does Marius Lowe. And Ruan Venter, but I think it's an advantage here for the Sharks because it's also in front. So this could be 3-all. Unless the Sharks produce a bit more. Kieran Bosch going to the left-hand side. Francois Venter goes to Makazona Pimpy. Pimpy caught on the ball by Richard Creel. And no advantage there. And it'll be interesting to see what the Sharks do here. I wouldn't be surprised if they take the 3 points. They haven't looked particularly dangerous so far, so we'll probably just try and level things up and start again. Yeah, they will take the points here. That's a good strike then, Kieran Bosch. He splits the poles. Flags are up, and that is 3 points apiece after 12 minutes. Yeah, I already see in the group a couple of people going after Kieran Bosch. Yeah, he's a frustrating player at times, Kieran Bosch. Goes short to the line. I'll tell you what, it's been knocked forward and knocked on for the Sharks. I'm not entirely sure about that. Double knock on here. I think the linesman has basically said it's actually come off the show. Yeah, it's come off Brandon Krobler. Thank you very much. Right, scrum here for the Lions. I think it is. Should be. Yeah, it is. It is the Lions put in. That's what I thought. It was a nice kickoff actually from Kieran Horn. Well, let's do something with this lad. I want to see Henk van Wyk hitting a line. You know, just straight through, bang. Edel van der Merwe, little chip and chase. Little Kieran Horn. Actually, he's a phenomenal finisher, actually, Kieran Horn. He's very, very underrated. Right, big scrum, yeah, boys. Or penalty, go to the line, maul over. I'm happy to do the boring stuff as well. JP Smith doing a lot of hard graft there on Hano Jacobs, but this time Jacobs is standing pretty firm. Morning van den Berg gets some flat ball to Marius Lowe. Marius Lowe back against his former side, obviously. Morning van den Berg back on the left-hand side to PJ Botha. With a bit of space, PJ Botha. Gets the offload away to Edel van der Merwe. He's right up against the touchline. Done very, very well to come inside and stay inside. Morning van den Berg, not a great pass, and that's come off the, knocked on there from Ruben Schoolman. Frustrating, because that was really good momentum, and you can see Morning van den Berg look of frustration on his face. He knew that pass needed to be better, but that was a nice little bit of interplay. Just nice carry there from Marius Lowe, and then a nice pass from Morning van den Berg, just behind a couple of players, which allowed PJ Botha to run into a bit of space. Probably just didn't give Edel van der Merwe enough space, was trying to draw the man. By the time you got the ball out to Edel van der Merwe, the scrum-capped flyer didn't have much space, had to cut back inside. But, looking a bit confident here. Grant Williams is down, receiving a bit of treatment. Let's hope this is not a head knock or anything like that, because he's obviously had one of those in the last 6 months. It doesn't seem to be too serious, though. And if it is game ending, what a pleasure to have Jaden Hendricks on the bench. But let's see what happened here. Oh, yeah, it is a head clash. So he's clashed with Werner Koch, who's come around on the tackle for Edel van der Merwe and smacked Grant Williams in the mouth. As the Sharks think tank look on, Warren Whiteley in the back there, and John Pumphrey in the front there, got Neil Powell on the left. Warren the Lions legend, obviously. The Sharks deemed him surplus to requirements, and he came to the Lions and he's basically goated. And there's the Lions think tank, Ricardo Loebscher to the right of Ivan van Rooyen. I think he's really growing as a coach. I think they did some really good recruiting in terms of his backroom staff. Jacques Fourie, I think the defensive system is starting to pay off. And, I think Ricardo Loebscher has been a nice addition. I think we are we're going to miss Edel van der Berg. A couple of Russies into the stadium. That's things you'd love to see. With the glasses and everything. Has he ever been a more meme-worthy coach than Rassie Erasmus? What a lad. What a goat. It kind of still gives a bit of sort of Kid as December vibes at the crowd there, although a lot of people back to work this week, and most people back to work on Monday. So if you are back to work on Monday, I hope you're enjoying your last weekend, having a bit of a chilled one, having a few chilled logs. I might get into a log or two in the second half. Never know, might treat myself. And nice stability there. Grant Williams is okay to continue, by the way, so we are going to resume with a scrum. It will be Sharks feed. And how was your December? You're just shaking in for a while, you never know, Where'd you guys go? Where was it at? Where was it happening? I know the Cape Town's pretty busy. I heard good things about the Eastern Cape. Obviously, not too many people going to Durban because of the E. coli. So where and what was the chat during that sort of December period? I'm dying to get away for a bit, but yeah, it's just the rugby's just non-stop, isn't it? And we're doing football now, which doesn't help. So Grant Williams goes to the left-hand side to Curran Bosch. Curran Bosch to Lekanyan. Lekanyan's first touch. Good pass out there to Maxuma Pimp. He's looking to come inside. Great tackle, though, by Marius Lowe. Hinkoven Veg looking to try and get over that ball. Comes back inside. Pepsi Buthelezi. This is a bit better from the Sharks. Good momentum, this. Now Grant Williams going all the way back here. He's got a bit of a caterpillar ruck there to kick off the back of. Pimpy looking to chase. And Pimpy is after it. The camera worker, however, decided we're not going to change. Chaps, what's going on? It's a good take, apparently, from Richard Creel, because we've panned across and he's gotten it. So Lions back with ball in hand. That's nothing. Clubber Kanye, the baller. His first carry of the day. All he has to do is take the hit there. Now goes back into the pocket. And Horn lifts that high in the air. Edel van der Merwe is there. He's not going to compete, but he's going to try and bring that Fassi down. Maris Tuka is lurking. Turn over the ball once again back to the Sharks. To the left-hand side to Pheasant Barter. Good hands, though. Curran Bosch. Curran Bosch trying to get around that. Snapped to Clubber Kanye. Good tackle there for Marius Lowe. Ball comes out towards the Kanya. They need a shift here to the Lions. Franco Hall on a good tackle on Maxwell and the Pimpy. The Sharks, good front foot ball. That's a good tackle on Eben Etzebeth from Marius Lowe. He read it well. Could have been teammates, but for a season in between. Krobler looking to try and get through a half gap. Really good momentum this from the Sharks. Going through the phase. Kern Bosch popping up to the Kanya to Pheasant Bartu. Out the back door pass. Up fast steps inside. And Morning Van den Berg, but he's brought down by, I think it's Darren Landsberg, in fact. This was really good work here from the Sharks. Labuskakny now. Back down to the right-hand side. They operated fast with a bit of a goose. He gets away from one. Wrapped up by Morning Van den Berg. Going to their 7th phase, the Sharks. And oh dear, I think it's been left behind. But backwards is the call. Kern Bosch goes to Krobler, throws it back to Henry Jacobs, and has been knocked forward into the hands of Ruben Skuman. The ball's come out towards Kieran Horn there. So knock-on advantage here for the Lions. Probably the best bit of play we've seen from the Sharks so far. The Pimpy now from the kick. Oh, jeepers, he's run into the fridge. Now down to the left-hand side. Sharks trying to get back on the front foot, but Atlabe Kanya once again showing his physicality, hammering Pheasant Bartu. The ball's coming loose from Grant Williams, and Lions trying to come through there. Upping fast, he dives on it. Good pressure this from the Lions. Darren Landsberg making the tackle. Almost up to the 20-minute mark. Right, deep kick this. Edel van der Merwe underneath it, as was Kieran Horn. Kieran Horn will want it. And falls back into Morning Van den Berg. Pops up to Edel van der Merwe. Now Edel van der Merwe looking for a bit of space. Runs into Oxenshire. And Krobler gets driven back, as you'd imagine. But the ball has been secured, available there for Morning Van den Berg. Although Pepsi Bootlegs is working really hard at the ruck. Now Atlabe Kanya made a couple of good tackles. Morning Van den Berg. And Etzebeth's up quickly, and he's got the timing right as well as the Eben Etzebeth. Thankfully, the Lions' support did arrive, and before Etzebeth could make it a more, but that's what he does so well, does the big lock. He reads the game very well, especially those with the... But now the nice thing is you've got another scrum off in Sene Nahamba. Morning Van den Berg, by the way, has got a nasty cut in his eye. He's going to have to go off with that, I reckon. Nahamba's lifted that high in the air, swirling around a little bit, and it's not backwards off Grant Williams. So it is Sharks ball on the 10-meter line. Up into Fassi. Kicking behind. Kieran Horn trying to get across there. Looks like a pretty good kick though from Fassi. It's a great kick from Fassi. So he'll pin the Lions back inside the 22. Good awareness there from the Sharks fullback. But I think a game will have to stop here as Morning Van den Berg gets a bit of treatment. There's a lot of blood on his face when he was down at the base of that ruck. So Morning Van den Berg is getting some treatment. And I'm pretty sure that he's getting treatment from Pamela Watts, who, if you watch the channel, was actually on the channel. Lions physio, very, very nice woman. Very cool chat that we had with her back last year. So if you'd like to go check it out, it's part of our fan forums. Very, very interesting. Get a bit of insight into how the sort of the training week looks, for example. Some of the really good trainers at the Lions, what sort of they go through. They are having a bit of a drinks break here, having a water break, officially having a water break. Julian Redling-Hayes on the park, by the way. If you're looking for the next Springbok scrum coach, that is who you're looking at. Julian Redling-Hayes has been done. Trying to see where he gets the cut here. So Etzebeth grabs his shirt. There, I think it is. PJ Buerta comes in and puts his head in there to try and knock it in. I think that's where the clash has come, and Morning Van den Berg's top of his eyebrows has opened up. Doesn't look like he's going to have to leave the park, though. They've managed to bandage him up there, so he's going to be good to go. Right, so we'll resume with the Lions' defensive line out inside the 22. It was a good kick from that player, Fassi. Good awareness from him. So PJ Buerta, who hasn't hit the mark yet. Still hasn't hit a mark. Long pass out from Moore van den Berg to Snare in the Hammer. He's got a bit of time. He needs to find a good clearance here in the Hammer. Keeps it pretty low. Does find touch, but it's quickly taken by Pimp. He goes back inside to up there, Fassi. Fassi spots a bit of space on the left-hand side. But it's a good tackle eventually from Ruben Skuman. So Sharks back on the front foot. Quick ball from Grant Williams to Wetekwa Ditwen Che. He runs into Asanate and Klabakanye. And he's managed to bring him down despite all the support. That's really good work there from Klabakanye. Labaskakni goes to... It's good hands. James Fenter now against the swarm side. Brendan Cock comes back inside. Runs into James Fenter. Almost a bit of obstruction. Now Grant Williams goes to Labaskakni. Etzebeth. And Kanya, there's a lot of space out wide. You have a Sharks. Surely has to be a try. It is a try. Woeful defending from the Sharks. From the Lions, rather. The Sharks do go over. That's really, really frustrating. Because they don't deserve that. We played better and we've just conceded a try. How bloody Lions is that? It's good handling, but yeah, just not enough players drifting across here. And it really comes out. I mean, they're going into the game, but it's been really frustrating because the Lions have defended really well, but you just can't play it inside your own half for this long and expect nothing to happen. And there's Mapimpi. Trex Mapimpi goes over. Really frustrating. Right, now guys, let's go into their half and start playing our rugby. All right, Kern Bosch, the second kick of the match to make this a 7-point gap. Not the easiest kick in the world. About 5 minutes in from the left-hand side, and I think he's nailed it. He has nailed it, so the Sharks go up to 10 points. It's a good kick, that, from Kern Bosch. Horn going on the left-hand side. Labuskatni's backtracking. And he's got over with it, so he's going to be caught behind the advantage line here. So it's a good kickoff there from Horn. Right, Williams looking for the clearance. Won't find touch. Goes to Snare in the Hammer. He goes inside towards Horn. Horn wants to go back down the left-hand side. He sees a bit of space. Runs to James Fenter. Needs a bit of support here. He does have it in the form of Moore van den Berg. And I think it's Darren Landsberg. JP Smith, one of the more skillful lucid props. In fact, recently launched a podcast with his brother, Ron Smith, twin brother. And it's a really good work there. Festive Fun Giveaway has kicked it in behind. Grant Williams is going to go back. He's going to win the race here, Grant Williams. It was good hands in the end there. It will be a goal line dropout. But yeah, JP Smith, Ron Smith, the twins, the prop twins, they launched a podcast called Otherwise You Well. And first episode, which I actually haven't watched yet, it's actually been bookmarked, is about mental health in the sport. So yeah, I think it'll be quite a cool one to go and check out. So if you haven't already, go and make sure you go check it out. They're actually very funny to follow, both of them. So go and check them out on both I think Instagram and TikTok. We want Fenton now building up a steam. This is where he runs into Eamon Etzebeth, probably one of the few Sharks players who's probably physical enough to cope with Ron Fenter, who has steamrolled many a player, including Hamish Watson before. Now Nahamba popping up to Marius Lowe. Marius Lowe ball over the top. He's not gone forward. It doesn't look like it. Franco Hall ball back inside to Hickman and Fleck. Oh, cheap as me. He's just sat down Francois Fenter. I thought he had looked like he was going to be clotheslined there, but he's showing a bit of physicality there. Marius Lowe, his kick has gone back to him, but it's offside, and it'll be a scrum for the Sharks. Should have just gone the pass, Marius. Right, so 25 minutes in, 10 points to 3, and it's been an interesting game so far. It's tough to say who's played better. I think it's really ebbed and flowed. I think the Lions have been really good with ball in hand, but haven't had a lot of ball in hand. The Sharks, on the other hand, have had some really good moments, have dominated proceedings so far, and the Lions have had to do a lot of defending. So it's close to the best I've seen from the Sharks. Defended very well as well when they've had to. So scrum now. It's popped up there. A bit of a second shot. Oh, penalty for the Sharks. Quickly taken there from Grant Williams, by the way. Cohen Bosch goes to Francois Fento. He's slightly isolated. Marius Lowe's all over him. Marius Lowe trying to win that back. I tell you, it was almost turnover ball. Probler. That's good defense there. Oh, I'll tell you what. High tackle there, which I think has been bought by Grant Williams. And then Klabakanya is not particularly... yeah, well, to be fair, he's knocked himself on the head. Yeah, it is a bit. Yeah, it is a bit high. No malice involved there. I mean, you can look at a. They're looking at a slow free edge. I don't actually think because Asnadi's got such a big chest. I don't actually think there is any head contact there. Pays to be his size. Good line out there for the Sharks. Back on the front foot. Bosch goes to Francois Fento. Good tackle there from Marius Lowe. Quickly taken there. Rush defense in the Lions. The Kanya trying to throw off Henk of Hinters, not having any of it. Hanno Jacobs. And knock on there from the Sharks. The Lions do quite well to just disrupt things every now and again. Every time the Sharks look promising. They have done quite well to force a knock on. So the Lions kind of sort of surviving. You can just see they're trying to get the chicken wing pass here, and Pes Buthelezi not able to hang on in the middle of the tackle from PJ Buerta. We have a reset check from the scrum. So we've got about just under 12 minutes left in the first half. 5 handing errors from the Sharks. As I said, the Lions done quite well to disrupt them. But everything else, I think they'll probably dominate the stats. We still a bit of stat attack here. Look at the stats so far. Terry Shuwai's 48% has actually been inside the Lions 22. And right, and there we go. Then Hamburg chip over the top on the right hand side there, and it's too much. Sanele. You have not helped our cause at all with that, mate. 10 no gamers say, come on, Sharks, boys, we got this. Scrum lads, been a while since I called you last year. Hope you're doing well, Stevie. Oh, I suppose can't complain. Nice to see you back here. Welcome back. Yeah, surviving, hot, busy, tired, all the works, but we're moving out here. It'll be better if the Lions can pull out their socks a bit and start playing here. Had moments so far, but just haven't quite been there. They go to the front of the line to Evan Etzebeth, and James Fenter breaks, goes to Grant Williams, goes to Francois Fenter goes to Kanya Think of Vay completes the tackle there. Kanya presents it well to Grant Williams. Ball back inside from a Pimpy. Grant Williams to Kanya goes back to Grant Williams. Well read though by Emmanuel Stuka, who's trying to hold him up. Nice tackle and has to release. So Evan Etzebeth, not too much on, just starts trying to get back on the front foot here. Bit stagnant here from the Sharks. Jacobs. Tell you what, they're going back to Curran Bosch. He's lined up the drop goal. He's turned immediately as well. Oh, good. Of course today Curran Bosch is going to rock up and start slotting drop goals. Of course he's going to. I mean, really? That's annoying. You know, he's been under pressure the entire season, and then what? And then he just decides to rock up and just start slotting drop goals, apparently, you know, because, you know, why wouldn't he just decide to do that for any other game except when he's playing the bloody Lions? It's so annoying, so annoying. Right, 13 points to 3 with 9 minutes to go. Ideally, you'd like to see the Lions score before half time. Ball's up there. Yeah, I'm about to say, get him to the bike here, lads. Let's be awake. Williams, managed to goes lurking. So yeah, well, it wasn't close, wasn't too far away there. It's right up against touchline there. And Werner Koch puts good pressure on in front of him, but it is back towards the line. They go all the way back to Kieran Horn. Oh, he's put that in full again. Come on, man. It's wake up here, lads. That's twice now. You kicked out the full. Wake up, man. Can't be making mistakes like that at the moment. Can't be making mistakes like that. We're trying to get back into this game here. There's 10 points in between it. We're trying to get ourselves back in time before half time. Mistakes like this. I mean, the reason we've gotten this, he reckons there was a touch. I think that's what Kieran Horn's saying. He's saying there's a touch from Curran Bosch, which would actually mean it would be a Lions line up there. They might be looking at this, you know. Pheasant Bart is down, which might allow the TMO to have a look at this. I think this might have been touched. So that's definitely what Kieran Horn, of course, he would obviously claim it. But I think he's actually got a case here. Well, so it looks like it's still going to be a shot out. I mean, why don't we see another replay? I mean, we've had how many minutes to actually have a look at this? You see. Because conspiracy theorists are sit there saying convenient that Supersport's not showing the replay when Supersport owns a stake in the Sharks. You see. It must be nice. Owned by the broadcaster. Now, that's surely not straight. That didn't look straight at all. Right, Grant Williams in the front foot to Francois Fenter. Fenter back towards Curran Bosch. Curran Bosch looking at options there. Goes short to Mapimpi. Hinkerman Bakes really looked to try and get over that ball. Deft touch there from Evan Etzebeth. Down to Oxencherry. Goes to Francois Fenter. There's a half gap here for Francois Fenter. That back is a huge gap for Francois Fenter. The tackle comes from Richard Creel. The Sharks recycles and go down the left-hand side. There's a lot of space there from Warren Vandenberg. Makes the tackle on Curran Bosch. Ball's out there, lads. Ball's out there. And Grant Williams! If he's gotten that, I might freak out. I genuinely might freak out. That could be mental. Absolutely mental. Why? They've been dreadful this season. Absolutely dreadful. They've looked like a pub team. And now I've got Curran Bosch slotting drop goals and Grant Williams scoring worldies. This is bullshit. I mean, this is the bottom of the flippin'... You see, just no... What a finish that is. My goodness. That is so good. This is nonsense. It's bloody nonsense. No awareness whatsoever. That's a brilliant finish. And I mean, what's the point? You know, the Sharks wins with a bonus point. They're going to get 13 points. They'll still be 5 points behind the Lions. You know, 6 points behind the Lions. So it actually doesn't do anybody good for them to win. You know, for the good of South African rugby, the Lions need to win this game. That's just the reality. Dear, right. So just shy of 6 minutes before time. Lions are going to have to score to try and get back into this game. This is a bit tough for Returns Watch. Just right on the touchline. He's turned quickly because he knows he's pulled that to the left. So 18 points to 3. Right, we score a try before half time and convert it. Come on, lads. Let's actually jack up a little bit here. All right, back down the left-hand side they go. This time Laviskakni better placed. And almost burst through. In fact, he has burst through. He got outside 22. Oxen Chair's going to pick up and go here. And penalty advantage. For what? Mornay. Chip over the top from Grant Williams. This will be regathered. Never onside. Yo. Right. Use the guilty party here. Conceding a penalty over kickoff is absolutely criminal. They haven't seen a replay, though. Shock. We just haven't had replays at all today. Actually been very frustrating. We haven't seen replays of scrums. We haven't seen the camera work. Has actually left a lot to be desired. I think the Sport cameramen could still be on the December vibes. 4 penalties conceded from the Lions, 3 from the Sharks so far. Knock-on advantage there, and Etzebeth's lost this, so it will be a Shark scrum. Franco Horn contending. Oh, that's wrong. It says the Lions have 1 scrum penalty, but we haven't. The Sharks have 1 scrum penalty. Right, so Sharks scrum, yeah, just shy of the 10-meter line on the right-hand side in Lions territory where they've been the entire game. Uses the call. Grant Williams goes on the left-hand side. Cohen Bosch fires it out to the Kanyam. Kanyam chips over the top. Morty van den Berg is going to get there first. Does pretty well. And a lot of pressure there. No release there, but I say no anyway either. Penalty for the Lions. Yeah, you can see no running away there from Apple Fassi. 1 minute 50 to go. 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 1 72% territory. I mean, when have we ever seen this from bloody from the Sharks? As I said, of course, he's going to pick now to play well. Bloody nonsense. It's a good take there from Franco Horn. Sharks competed at all times, though. They competed every line out. They competed, yeah, they said this is all kind of the Sharks that we kind of expected to see. We've been looking more of this from the Lions, though. Still interest still going into the Sharks half their march. Ball also readily available if needed. Franco Horn's probably going to go by himself. Yeah, he does go by himself. That's a really... Oh, it's been pickpocketed. Of course it's been pickpocketed. Oh, I'll tell you what. Morning Van den Berg almost came through there and kicked to the head. But that kind of started the match, doesn't it? Really good rolling more from the Lions. They gained a good to 20-25 meters. Then as soon as he goes himself, James Fenner just says, thank you very much, grabs the ball and turnover ball. Been one of those days, unfortunately, so far. Very, very frustrating to watch if you're a Lions fan. Kieran Bosch wants to chip and chase. Horn away to the threat, though. Slightly isolated as Horn. But Henk van Beek eventually arriving. Ball available there for Morning Van den Berg. Ruan Venter. Now Klabakanye. Edwin van der Merwe steps inside of Evan Etzebeth. Now fires a long pass out towards Franco Horn. He's got the space down the right-hand side. Pheasant Bart is there. Makes a half tackle. Oxenchair completes it. 20 seconds left on the clock here. Sharks up very quickly there. Now don't go to the boot. You've got 10 seconds left of the half. We're going to have to win this back. Otherwise, it's going to be a very, very easy end to the half. It's gone too far anyway. And Fassi is going to run it himself as the clock goes red. I'll tell you what, Morty van den Berg's in a good position there. Will win a penalty. Good work there for Morty van den Berg. Probably had to make up for it because his kick was a little bit too long. Yeah, Fassi was completely isolated. She has a good tackle by Edel van der Merwe, and he falls right in front of Morty van den Berg. He's so small, he can get himself into such a good position. I'm going to have a blood sub here, and I think that's Pheasant Bart is going to go off. So Kieran van Vuuren will see off the remainder of the half. Oh, in fact, no, it's James Venter. James Venter's going off. He's got a blood nose. They'll have half time, though, to sort him out. So George Grenier onto the park for a minute or two before half time. The Lions with a penalty really need to try and score off the back of this, lads, as Kieran Horn finds touch just shy of the 22. Sure, you got a bit of a training ground move cooked up here, lads. And it's been driven out. Is it available, though? It is available for the Lions. No, it's out. So that'll be half time. Right, that's half time. Well, people will see in a little bit. Frustrating half there. The Sharks currently leading 18 points to 3. Lions haven't really been at the races so far. Had a couple of moments, but it's generally been pretty one-way traffic. Hopefully, a half-time chat will do the job. But until then, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. And I'll see you guys very shortly. Right, and we are back, and we've just taken kickoff with the Lions in possession back after the kickoff after the Sharks return possession from the kickoff, and the Lions can score earlier quickly. And ball back inside. It's not a bad start. Ball back inside as well, but left behind and knocked on. Not the greatest start. So it was a frustrating first half for the Lions, who, yeah, are under pressure. They haven't been particularly accurate. And the Sharks, on the other hand, have been more like the Sharks we kind of expect to see. Which, of course, it takes like 3-4 months to rock up against the Lions. Typical, isn't it? Today is what it is, isn't it? Oh, hang on. I shall return in 2 seconds. Apologies for that. I am back and got everything sorted now, so we're all good. So I haven't missed anything, to be fair. Still a scrum on for the Sharks just inside their own half. It was a bit of a reset, so yeah, literally didn't miss anything. Big say the Sharks managed a good crowd even while being at the bottom of the log because of the good location of the stadium. Well, to be fair, we've actually got a mate who's actually at the game, and he said that getting to the stadium and parking was an absolute disaster. So I wasn't particularly impressed with the stadium, but yeah, decent pull actually. Good to see the crowd starting to return a little bit. And this time, knock on from the Sharks, or the scrum this time for the Lions. Yeah, Bernard not getting it very wrong, unfortunately. Puts his hand up in apologies. A pretty good season, actually, to be fair, Bernard Cox. Always, you're never going to be shy of work rate with him. Can sometimes make a few mistakes, can almost sometimes be a bit over eager. But he's a good grafter. Right, so scrum for the Lions. Really nice penalty. Go to the corner, score a try, get back into this game. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Just want to see a reaction from half time, Working hard in the scrum there. Morning Ferreira eventually rewarding. It's the first scrum penalty of the day. And they've had to really, really earn that. That's not the club of Kanye getting the plaudits. Where's Lombard? He's around. He's just not being picked. Frustrating. Yeah, to be fair, the way that Stan Hammer's playing, you can't really drop him. I mean, I'm sure old Jordan Hendricks is pretty frustrated with life at the moment as well, not getting as much game time as he'd like. But it's about, at the end of the day, it's about form. And at the moment, you get an opportunity, you take it. That's what Stan Hammer's done. And he's not really looked backwards since he has been given that opportunity. So he's just going to continue doing what he does. Taking the points there on the Lions. Good kick from the Humber, though. That's just short. Come on, man. I'm not entirely sure why you're even going for the 3 points. That in itself is, for me, a silly decision. I mean, we're trading by 15 points here, people. Got to do better than that, doesn't Humber? If we win a 100 scrum penalty, I mean, 18 points to 6. Yeah, I would like to see us be a bit more brave. Go to the corner. Yeah. From the clearance, it is now on the 10-meter line. It's a good take from Landsberg. The ball's come down, but not forwards. Van der Berg looking for options there. Goes to Van der Merwe, goes on the left-hand side. Gets away from Labuskakny. Good line speed this on the Sharks. Skuman. It's a good hit, initial hit, but he manages to get away from the 2 and go for another drive. Pick up and go here from Ruan Feta. Slightly isolated. But PJ Botha eventually is there to secure it from Van der Berg. Goes to the Humber. The Humber goes flat to Manchituka. Remember, the Lions have got a 6-2 split, so it'll be interesting to see how and when they use their bench. They decide to keep it in the forwards. Landsberg, long pass out towards Franco Horn. He's hugging that left-hand touchline. He's going to kick and chase himself as Horn. That's a pretty good kick, actually. Francois Fent looking to herd this back. Goes across to Applet Fassi. Fassi looking to run it. And it's not his best kick, actually, from Fassi, so it's actually really good. It worked out really well for the Lions. We won themselves a line 10 meters outside the 22. And Van der Merwe was herring after Fassi. I think, I think that word creates what puts Fassi off a bit. So Lions, a bit of momentum here. I just need to do something with it, though. No point having the momentum if you're just going to sit there and muck around and not score points. And that's got the back of the line and stolen. And this is what I say. PJ, whatever sort of, and I know statistically last season he had actually one of the better. Oh, I'll tell you what, though, that's out in the full. That's been carried back. So that'll be all the way back inside the 22. So that's a big, big win for the Lions. PJ Botha will have a chance to redeem himself here. Not a good kick there from Kern Bosch. He's absolutely launched this. But it was interesting to look at it. I think it was old Angus Gardner. Angus Usher, who mate of mine, who does the Gus Analytics Twitter account. And he basically did a whole breakdown of like lines. And whilst PJ Botha had a pretty good record, if you looked at like the type of lines, the complexity, jeepers, and now Marius Lowe is not that forward. That's really frustrating. Come on, do you want to play actually? You see, we're just not pitched up. You play like this, then you deserve to get beaten. It really frustrates me. I mean, you just can't do the basics. Now Namba's all the way back and has to find a reasonable clearance. What she does, he finds a very good clearance, in fact. But it's back inside the Sharks' territory. But I mean, without Sharks, I was on the front foot, inside the 22, knock on, and I was all of a sudden, Sharks now back on the line, on the halfway line. So really, really not good enough. And this is the problem with Lions. They've got these games in them. They can have some absolute storming games. And then they can just do stupid, silly errors like this. And it looks like a style that hasn't played in a few weeks. Very, very rusty. And I said at the beginning of the game, I said, maybe that game last week, I think, will suit the Sharks to be able to get back into it. Right, so Randall North Markle is on for Darren Landsberg. So first change there coming for the Lions. Francois Fenter, it's a good tackle that from Ruan Fenter. Chip over the top from Grant Williams. But it's well marked by Horn and a good tracking back as well. So they secured the ball here for the Lions. But back inside their own half where they've played a good majority of the game. Kind of been their problem, in fact. They've been stuck inside their own half. Now Nahamba. Edel van der Merwe looking to run outside his own 22. Pops it out to Franco Horn. Franco Horn steps inside. Almost up to the 10-meter line here, the Lions. Moya van der Berg waits for a couple of forwards to present themselves. And one does in the form of Ruan Fenter. And that looks like Joel Hintz is on for the Sharks. Just his second game. Right, Van den Berg puts it up in the air. Richard Creel is looking to chase. But it's a free take for Kern Bosch. Franco Horn, though, competing for the ball. I think it's a knock-on advantage there for the Sharks. Surely it's not a penalty advantage. For what? Yeah, about to say advantage over. Definitely was a knock-on advantage. He had every right to play a ball to Kieran Horn. That's a great take from Edel van der Merwe from the cross kick. He pops it up to Kieran Horn. And a lot of pressure as Kieran Horn gets away from the Kanyam very well. That's a high tackle there from James Venter. If anybody wants to notice it. No, apparently not. Yeah, thank you. Now it comes. So it goes to Nuchnochel. Like, nice. It's good hands. To Nahamba. Goes to PJ Buerta. Pops it up to Nahamba, who's wrapping around. Now Nahamba looking to crack on the pace here. Nahamba inside, outside, pops it up to Richard Creel. Richard Creel, he's supporting the inside, comes to the form of Franco Horn. Up to the 22, pops it up to Edel van der Merwe. He's brought down McCurran Bosch, lines into the 22, penalty advantage here again. Come on, I've got to make this count. PJ Buerta. That's a no-arm tackle, I think, as well from James Venter. So a couple of back-to-back infringements here from the Sharks. Now slow boy, Mooi van den Berg goes to Nahamba. Henkoven vacating a bit of space, which is closed by Eben Etzebeth and the Kanye. But good leg drive means he gains a few meters. Mooi van den Berg back towards Asnat and Klabakanye. Another new advantage, I think, there for the Lions. Now, that's 2 advantages against James Venter himself. So I think he could be in a bit of trouble here. Just no arms in this tackle here. And that's a bit of a tackle technique issue here. So I think the Kanyam's going to get a word here. Yeah, 3 advantages in a row, all off my high tackles and no-arm tackles. So, final warning there from the Sharks. Decision time now for the Lions. Can't go for points here, lads. We're trading by 15. Yeah, no, about to say, Marius, you've got one down the right-hand side. We're going to go there and take the points. That's exactly what we're going to do. Take in the middle of the park. Come on, man. We're taking the... You have a line on you, lads. Bit of rugby IQ. Right, Lions on the 5-meter line. This is a really, really good work here. And I'll tell you what, James Venter, I think, was responsible for at least 2 of those infringements. So he needs to watch out here. Yeah, then a no-arms tackle from James Venter. So he's flirting a little bit here. Here's James Venter. Former side, we all thought he was going to be a Lions captain before he decided to move down to the Sharks. Took him a while to actually find some game time. Benefiting from a couple of injuries here to the Sharks. A bit of timeout here. Not sure what who's done injured. Well, I'll tell you, they went short lines. This is looking pretty promising. This is looking very promising. There's the ball. Penalty try. Come on. Let's get back into this game, yeah, boys. Come on. And a yellow card as well. Who's going to get it? This is a big moment in the game. Yellow card and a try. 8 points to the difference. Now 14 men here. Lions have got to score next. Score next and game on. It's a Brand Krobler. I mean, they didn't even jump there. That was a ballsy call. Give them that. A ballsy call from the Lions. And yeah, pretty deliberate there. It's going to be into Asnat and Klabakanye. Come on, lads. Bit of a fight back here. You've got, in theory, they should have the fitness on them. Right, Karen prepared on for Pez and Barter. And took a Luna on for Ox and Chip. So it's a brand new front row here for the Sharks. Very interested to see how they go. the restart high into the air to upplay Fassi. Fassi wants to run himself. He runs into North Narco and Asnat and Clavicania. Now Curran Bosch. Tries to fender back on the angle. Making a yard or two. Eventually brought down. Slips the tackle of Marius Lowe. Now Grant Williams goes to Pesco Lazy. Back towards Curran Bosch. Goes flat to Kieran from Fury. His first carry of the day. I tell you what, that's a phenomenal turnover, that is. Who was that? I think, is that Skuman? Morning van den Berg will hack this away. Not his best kick. Mapimpi retreating. Right, Mapimpi wants to run himself. Richard Creel trying to get through a bit of traffic. He's falling right in front of Marius Lowe. Marius Lowe couldn't quite get over it. Now goes back to Joel Hintz. I tell you what, Morning van den Berg of all players got quickly made the tackle on the prop. Now Grant Williams. He goes to the boot, lifts it high in the air. Mapimpi will chase. It's a good take, though, from Richard Creel. That's from the side from Mapimpi, Mr. F. Not too many options there. Morning van den Berg goes himself. Now North Narco in a scrum off. Oh, PJ Boyd has left it behind, but backwards to the core. But come on, PJ, that's so shit, man. That's just lazy. Now wake up. Now Sharks for space as well. If we score here, I will absolutely lose it. I mean, on the front foot, they're trying to build up a bit of momentum, and PJ Boyd just takes his eye off the ball and just drops it. I mean, really. Joel hints the half a gap. It's a good tackle though from Marius Lowe rather. Etzebeth. Jumping away from the tackle from Morning van den Berg. I'll tell you what, Frank Holm was going for the ball there. Fassi. Dummy line from Fenter almost working there. That's not Crawley from Finish Viewing. Oh, it's a big tackle on Etzebeth. Oh no, Morning van den Berg's gone down, yeah. It's a huge tackle there for Pesco Lazy. I don't think Morning van den Berg's moved, by the way. I think this game's going to have to come to a stop. Yeah, there it is. Now they've eventually realised. Morning van den Berg's gone straight down. It didn't look good at all. Yeah, I can see the head clash there. Doesn't look good for him at all. Yeah, it's take a while, yeah. So we're going to see a change. So this will see Jordan Henderson come on. Have a look at the scrum here, this earlier try. He's back on his feet, but he will. So he'll sit on the goal card as opposed to being stretched off. So that's a good sign, but yeah, it doesn't look good for Mournier. It's a big blow for the Lions because that'll be him out for a few weeks at least as he undergoes concussion protocols. So that'll see Jordan Henderson come on the park, I'm sure. His brother should be probably joining him pretty shortly, actually. So it'll be interesting to see when the brothers will get to play against each other. Right, we'll resume with the scrum. 7 minutes on the clock. Right, it's Beth. Remember the Sharks are down to 14 men from those 6.5 minutes. So Lions really need to get ball in hand here. Cannot afford to concede points when you're man up. Kern Bosch decides to go to the boot. Not too many options there. I think it's swirling in the wind there. And it comes off of Jordan Henderson backwards into the course, goes to the arms of Mapimpi. So it's turnover ball once again for the Sharks. Pesi Buthelezi, slightly isolated. They do manage to secure it. Grant Williams fires out towards Etzebeth. Tuka Mkunu, wrapped up well by Emmanuel Tuka. So good momentum here from the Sharks. Kern Bosch, not too many options there. Werner Koch was running a dummy line. Big counter coming right when he's under a bit of pressure. Not the best pass to Kieran from Furen. That's a tackle. You can't keep driving there. You keep doing that as well, Mr. Ref. Kanyang goes to Evan Etzebeth. Tunu. Pick up and go, but he's driven backwards. And a penalty for the Lions coming from the side. There we go. It's more like what we need. Now let's kick it further down the park. Let's get moving here, lads. Right, up the field we go. Come on, lads. Couple of changes here now. I think the Lions look to offload the bench. It's a good idea. This is now the time. You've got to man up here. So, new front row, Jakob Asahi, and on comes Morgan Nordia, as well as Ruan Smith. Right, let's see what the line has to offer. First of all, Yakosaki's first line, just hit your man. They go straight over the top, and it's dreadful, but it's fallen back to Hendrickson, thankfully. Cheap as me, that was poor. And penalty right in front of the poles. This could now be an interesting decision to make. That's now the third penalty that Fenty out. They'll take the points. I think that's actually the right decision. 8 points behind. Yeah, you take the 3 points. Still got 4 minutes left on the clock with a one-man advantage, but you're now 5 points behind. So first of all, you're within that 7, and we start hunting them. Start hunting them down. Right, no issues there from Serena Humber. So Lions back in it. 5 points that they've scored 10 unanswered points. Right, Henderson for Williams. So the two Hendrickses are on. Interesting times now. Right, so now Amber's obviously just come off now. This is high in the air. It's swirling around. I think there's a lot of wind in the stadium. It'll be interested to see. It is out, and I think it should be a Sharks put in. Right, so decent line there. Hendrickson's first touch goes to Francis Bender, goes to Lakanya. Big tackle. He's actually locked the ball forward in that. Andrew Surgeon offloaded in the tackle as well. And Ruan Fent, of all people, has kicked it away. Ruan, what are you doing? Ruan, what are you doing, you biscuit? That was a brilliant kick. Take it all back. Ruan Fent, you goat. That's phenomenal. That's like the kick of the century. That's a phenomenal kick from Ruan Fent. It was, you could just see it's like absolute desperation. They just hacked it away. And it's rolled up past Timmy's line. Take though. Hendrickson goes to Kern Bosch. Kern Bosch goes to the boot. Less than a minute left on the clock for Cabran Cobbler. Could take that there from Horn. He's wrapped up eventually by Evan Etzebeth. Ball eventually secure. Kieran from Field was looking to get his hands on the ball there. Vasaki goes to Hendrickson. Hendrickson goes, come on, man! Only Sergio is losing at 4. That's so poor. That's so poor. It's a big hit on Hendrickson. No advantage to go back for the knock on. That's dreadful. That's in the breadbasket. Just so poor. Got to be better. Right, some changes here. So that's George Cornier on. I'll be very surprised if James Fenton stays on because he's on the brink of getting sin-binned here. You know, I'll tell you what, Cornier's replaced Labascatney. And Kern Bosch has gone off, so Buddha Chamberlain will go into fly half. Still don't understand why we haven't seen Sia Masuku play. Very interested to see what's going on there. Also, can we release JC Pretorius? 'Tis the time. Right, so Sharks back to a full contingent here. So just Brian Jens Benezberg on the bench for the Sharks, who's former Lions player. One of the few on the lineup here. James Fenton, one of them as well. I'll tell you what, big penalty that is for the Lions. First scrum with the really few front rows, and they've won the penalty. And I think it's Ruan Smith who's won it against Instuko. So that's a big moment in the game now. Come on, man. That side, score a try. Let's operate. I'm in. I'm keen. Let's craft. Yeah, good kick as well. Just out of the 22. Come on, lads. Bit of momentum here. Good line out there. Everyone's Smith not carrying it up. Big tackle on the ball's gone backwards. I think it was an advantage. So, yeah, the knockout advantage for the Lions inside the 22. So, competing at the line once again. It's a bit getting up there. Does compete very well, does he, Evan? Best case is Sharks win with bonus and Lions get 2 bonus points. The Lions have to score 3 tries. Big tackle that on Henderson by Edsbeth. which didn't mean much in the end because he was the one that initially had knocked on anyway. But anyway, we move. It's outside of 22. Come on, lads. Conjure up something. We had a scrum penalty last time. We've been asking another one here. Jason Pretorius is on, by the way. Ball available there for Snare Humber. It'll find a Merva. Solid carry from him. Now Ruben Skuman. Lions just on the brink of the 22 here. Nahamba up to Marius Lowe. Wasn't intended to him, but he does hang on. Around the corner comes Ruan Smith, the big tight head. Now Hendrickson pops it up to Henker van Veek. Henker van Veek working hard. Henker van Veek still going. Still going is Henker van Veek. Eventually brought down. Makes a couple of yards. Fires out towards Ruan Smith. Runs into his opposite number. Joel Hintz. Now JC Pretorius. Getting away from one. JC Pretorius. Well, you know, they're leaving the next Quokka Smith. Good energy that's shown from him there. Now Hendrickson's made a call here. He goes to Marius Lowe. Marius Lowe slightly outstep. He gets through a gap. Good work there from Marius Lowe. Ball available there from the Humbers. The Lions go into 22. 8 phases there. Cornelia comes up quickly on Ruben Skuman. Kuhn Horn. Little top over the top towards Edelman Merva. I can't hang on. Nice idea. Nice idea. Execution just not quite there, but I don't mind that actually. We know it can come off when it comes in, so I don't mind that. There's certain times where I think the kick's not on. I don't think this was a bad idea. I think there were there was a lot of space there. So Ed van der Merwe catches that cleanly, and it's him versus Werner Koch. Slightly overcooked from Kuhn Horn, but yeah, it wasn't a bad option. Right, so it'll be a line out for the Sharks inside their own 22. And a bit of pressure here, 13 minutes to go. All of a sudden, it's sort of heating up a little bit. Lions have shifted a bit of the momentum. Looking for the only more here are the Sharks, but not getting any go forward ball. So Hendrickson's going to have to use it to go to the boot. As he does. And it's going to stay. It's going to go to Werner Koch, but then bounce off and go to Sanana Humber. So it'll be a Lions outside the 22. Come on, lads. I reckon Lions score a try to win this game. I think from a mental perspective, the Lions go over and take the lead. I think the Sharks, could struggle to be able to sort of to bring it back. 12 minutes to go, though. Need to convert a try, though. It's not just a try. It's convert a try to take the lead. Right, now watch out for Eben Etzebeth. They go short once again. Jason Pretorius is left behind and knocked on. See, that's the problem. You got a hooker so bad that you have to go short. I mean, how can your line be so bad that you have to go short? It's just, we see Evan Etzebeth and we just panic. Man's got how's that? So man's got the drinking beer. He's got a Castle Light in the one. He's got a Black Label in the other, and that's game recognized. Yeah, I appreciate that graph. That's good graph there. On the Castle Light at the same time, unless it's empty as well for sure. That kid is not having a good time. I wouldn't either if I was a Shark supporter, to be fair. Come on, big line out, yeah. Big line out. $11 minutes to go. Come on, man. Big scrum penalty. Let's come on. Back scrum penalty. Go to the corner. Another penalty try. Yellow card. Let's move. Move. Henderson does use a ghost to put a Chamberlain, but a Chamberlain fires out to up into Fassi. Fassi will go to the butcher. Oh, he's overcooked that. That's outside. Yeah, about to say that'll be a scrum. I mean, inside the 22. That's what we like to see. Bit of Sharks crumbling here. Come on, man. That's all I want to see is a bit of Shark panic. Let the panic set in. Remember where you guys are. You bottom of the table team. You know where you deserve to be. Come on, the lads. 10.5 minutes. Surely we can conjure up something here. Surely, surely, surely. Right, first things first, Jakob Osaka's got to hit his line-out jumper, which is not that easy when it comes to the lines. So our line-outs are dreadful. But it goes to Frankel Horn. He takes it well. Good work there. First things first. And we've got a bit of a rolling more going. And pretty well set as well. Still going pretty well here. Still going pretty well. I need to remove Evan Etzebeth. Still going as Harney Sergio. He almost needs to break off now. This is going to be driven into touch, isn't it? It's going to be turned over. No, it's touch apparently. Yeah, good work, lads. Lads, no, they're fantastic. That really worked. Said you need to avoid the touch line. Said we need to get away from it. Oh, Evan Etzebeth, a bit of cramp there. Come on, man. Don't want to. I'm bored of these bonus point losses. We need a win here. Statement win. Pretty sure you'll actually get replaced here for me. If Etzebeth starts cramping, you replace him. You don't muck around with this guy. So a win for the Lions without a bonus point would take them to 23 points. That would put them in 11th place with a game in hand. They would win another game. That would then take them to 27 points, which would take them ahead of the Stormers at 26. And depending on what happens with the Bulls game, would put them either level ahead or set behind if the Bulls were to get 2 losing bonus points. So the Lions can get themselves to that top 8, but they need back-to-back wins here. John de Myberg says, Sharks in trouble even if you win. Problem. Rehearsal of the Challenge Cup final. Ooh, no, don't talk dirty to me. Hendrickson goes to Fenter. He's sheep as he sat down Jakob Osaka. You don't often see that from Ron Fenter. And that's relieved a lot of pressure. Henderson now goes for the touch finder. It's a decent touch finder, but it's not out of trouble yet. So the Lions still with a line out inside Sharks territory. Interesting how the Lions have really grown into this half. What can we conjure up here? I'll go quickly there. Right, Marius Lowe. Going to go himself. Gets through. Gets to Hanu Sergil. Makes a few yards. Quick ball there from the Humber. Hendrickson fires out towards Horn. Horn just dabs it through. Towards Mapimpi. Mapimpi under a bit of pressure. Hints hit behind the gain line. This is good work here from the Lions. Just trying to force that defensive kick, try and set a line even close to the line. Henderson's going to go to that box kick. You put a bit of pressure on him here. Yeah, and there's another line out. So just keeping them pressed back here, the Lions, which is good management. But now 8 minutes, got to try and strike. That's another good take for North Narkle. Horn goes to the Humber. The Humber's going to go short to Sergil. And it's a penalty. Thank you. Come on. To the corner we go. To the corner we go. No, not points. No, we're not taking the points. Why are we taking the points? There's 7 minutes left. They're on the back foot here, boys. What, the plans to get into the hockey, another penalty and try and win that one? No, man. How many kickable... We've barely turned down a kickable penalty. It's not like there have been that many penalties out there for us, lads. No, man. He's pulled it. Idiots. Absolute idiots. I mean, come on, guys. That is ludicrous. You win a penalty. You've had all the momentum. Had a couple of good mauls. You actually had a maul try. Go to the corner. You know, you score the try. You've got a conversion to try and win it. You'll be level. Now I've got to get all the way back in there. All right, Hendricks hammers that, and that could just be... No, it's pretty well placed, actually. I mean, but Would Chambers lost that backwards. Pops it up to Fassi. Under a bit of pressure as Fassi. His kick won't go out. But he's hammered it. Yeah, he's hammered it very deep. All right, gotta keep us alive. No, Hendricks is gonna put this into touch. Thankfully, he's got a massive boot. That is huge, by the way. Cannot believe that decision to go for the poles. That was so stupid. You're just throwing away a potential win. That was it right there. Well, Etsy's been named player of the match. Not a bad call. It's been good. He's been an absolute menace at the lineouts. Hasn't carried particularly well, it must be said. I don't think he would have got a lot of meters gained. He's actually been hammered in the tackle. So, a bit of a fumble there from Cabran Cobbler. And I'll tell you what, Morgan O'Dea's kicked us ahead. My Pimpies gathers all the way back inside the 22. And there's a Lions player on it. Come on, penalty. Now go to the corner. Morgan O'Dea, you biscuit. He was even the one that kicked it through. Yeah, thank you. To the corner we go. 4 minutes left. That is me. Good pressure. Morgan O'Dea. Bang. Straight over. Positional strength. More try. Let's move. You can see John Plumtree and Neil Powell a little bit upset about that, a little bit frustrated on the 5-meter line. Please just win the line. There we go. Why not tick? Franco Horn. Big shove here, boys. The more's been operating. Come on, lads. Come on, lads. There it is. 1-2. Break towards the right-hand side there. Break towards the right-hand side there. Mario Slows there. Still going. Still going. Over. Come on. Woo! Kick to come. But there it is. And that is 15 unanswered points. Huge kick to come. Massive kick to come. Not an easy kick either, to be fair. Come on, man. Huge kick here. Huge kick here. Huge kick here. Sanele, my boy, you got to operate here. You got to operate. Come on, Senele. Come on, Senele. Come on, Senele. He's only gone and done it. Come on. You biscuit. Lead with 2.5 minutes, 1.5 minutes to go. Hey, my boy. That's my boy. Less than 90 on the clock. Come on, lads. Oh, jeepers. That's a big tackle on Hanu Sergio. Is that legal? You sure? Just defend now. Defend. Or just bash it up. Bulls rugby, boys. Bulls rugby. I have to go pop a couple of my blood pressure tablets after this. It's the best calling that ball, though. Penalty for the Sharks, you idiots. Idiots. You're going to toss it away, aren't we? It's the best gone and jumped on that ball. And they've got a penalty. Are they going to take the points here? Probably. I cannot believe that. I cannot actually believe that. When are we going to see a replay? Is there any justice in the world he misses it? He missed it! Oh, my. Woo. Come on, there it is. Thank you very much, boys. Lions 20, Sharks 18. Thanks for coming, boys. Well, actually, we came there. We'll see you guys soon. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Woo-wee. Well, that is the game. My goodness. People, thank you very much. What a game to get the year going by. I'm still a little panicky there, but yeah, you can see Buddha Chandler not happy. And Lux, boys, next time it happens. Sharks, well, they will remain at that bottom of the table. They will get a losing bonus point, which will put them at 9 points. The Lions, however, will move to 23 points. They'll move into 11th place, and they will be 2 points behind... 1 point, behind Munster and Connacht, 2 points behind Ospreys, 3 points behind Stormers and the Bulls. We'll see you guys all next weekend. Please do smash like on the way out. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.